If you're feeling low in your life right now and you don't know what to do and you don't understand why you're feeling low, this video is for you. Alright guys, welcome back to another video on Growing with Harjot. Today we're going to be discussing why you feel low and why it's actually a good thing. Why it's actually a good thing to be at the bottom. Why it's actually a good thing to not have things figured out. A little earlier on in my life where I realized that everything and anything had a cycle. Everything revolved around a cycle. So today's topic is going to be about cycles and how understanding these cycles will help you understand your life better and make you improve drastically. So what do I mean by a cycle? Think about it. We're born today and we're dead tomorrow, generally. So there's a life cycle. Everybody knows that every single human being that has taken birth will die. Because we are not immortal. We're mortal human beings. We're mortal creatures. We die. We are alive today and we are dead tomorrow. That is a cycle. Now think about this. Just like a wave in the sea. The wave goes up and it goes down. The wave goes up and it goes down. Can you have a wave if there's no down? Or can you have a wave if there is no up? Can you have a wave where there's only up and no down? You cannot. It doesn't exist, because to have a wave, to be a wave, to consider or to call something a wave, it has to have this. It has to have this. That's the definition of a wave. Consider your life the same way. Put yourself on a wave. Imagine yourself on a wave in the sea. And right now, if you are at a low point in your life, what you have to know and understand is that you are at the bottom of the wave. But when you're at the bottom, when a wave is at the bottom part, what comes next? What's the next thing that happens? It goes up. It goes up. So you have to understand that even though you might be at a low point in your life, you might not know what you're doing with your life. You might not understand what you want to do with your life. Or you might be lost. You're trying to figure things out and you want to give up now because it's not working out. Whatever you've tried is not working out. If that's the case, you have to understand that you're at the bottom of the wave. You're at the bottom of the wave, but once you build momentum, once the wave builds momentum, once you pick up the pace, once you start building at it, once you start working at it, like you push water when you go to the swimming pool, you push the water like that, it builds this wave. Same thing, you have to understand that you're at the bottom right now, but if you push and if you push and if you push, keep pushing, and soon enough the wave is going to start riding up. And when it does, what do? You ride the wave all the way to the top. And then again, it's a cycle. What you have to understand is that everything is a cycle. Once you're at the top, do not expect to stay at the top. You're gonna have to come back down before you can go back up, because it's a wave. It's a wave. It's a flow. You flow through life. That's why I follow this mantra. I always tell myself, flow with it. I flow with life. I don't force things. I let things happen. I don't force anything. I flow with it. It's a wave. You just flow with it. When you're at a low point, you understand that you're on the lower part of the wave and that good is coming. Better days are coming, because now you're at a point from which you go up. And once you're at the top, you also have to understand that once you do make it to the top, once you do make it to the top of the wave, then you have to know that you will have to come down. So most of the time, I know I've seen many people where when they're at the top, they're all good, like these pop stars, these singers, all these guys, or anybody who's made it to the top, and their downfall, and they just can't take it anymore because now they're losing popularity, they're losing money, they're not as big as they used to be, they're not as big of a hot shot as they used to be. But they don't realize that it's a wave, it's a cycle. Everything goes in a cycle. You make it to the top, you gotta come back down. Here's the thing, the wave doesn't always stay constant. You can have a wave which is going higher and higher and higher. It's like think of it like a tsunami. It starts slow, it's a slow wave. There's ups and downs, right? There's ups and downs. So your life is the same, ups and downs. But then if the wave is like an upward direction, if the wave is going higher and higher, even though you're going lower in the process, I call it a retracement. Even though you're going up in the long run, that's what we are, as humans, that's what we are always doing. We're going higher and higher. What we don't realize is that we're going higher and higher in a wave. As long as we keep learning, as long as we keep improving ourselves, absorbing knowledge, and being open to the mindset, and being open to the fact that we don't know anything and we are born to learn and we are here to learn, you will always be going up. But you'll be going up in a wave, in a cycle. So you'll go up and then you'll have bad days. You have days where you feel like giving up. You have days where things aren't working out. You have days where it's just too tough. It's just too hard. But you have to understand that it's just a wave. The overall direction that your wave is going in is up. But while you're making your way up, you're having retracements. So you're up and then you go down a little bit. And then you go higher up. And then you go down a little bit. And then you go higher up. And then you go down a little bit. And it's okay. Sometimes you can even fall all the way back down. Doesn't matter. Just like a wave, you fall all the way back down. What does the sea do? Go to the beach. What do you see at the beach? The wave is going to come back again. As long as the water is pushing, as long as the wind is pushing the water, what happens to the sea? It will build a new wave. It's a cycle. Understand this cycle and you will never feel demotivated. And even if you do, you will understand that it's part of the process. It's a process. There is no changing. You cannot fight this process. You have to accept that life is a cycle. It's a process that everybody has to go through, not just humans. Anything on this world, anything in this universe goes through this cycle. Electricity, let's take electricity for example. It's a circuit, it's a cycle. If the cycle doesn't connect, electricity won't form, you won't have light. There has to be a starting and an end point. It has to come back. It has to come back. That's how it is. Anything, not just humans, anything. It's the same for everything. It's a cycle. Understand it, trust the process, and know that as long as you keep growing, as long as you keep absorbing knowledge, you're on an up cycle. Even though you go down a little bit, it's okay. And even if you fall all the way down, just like the sea, the next wave is coming. The next wave is coming. And that's about it, guys. Take care, stay blessed. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope there was something that you got out of this video, and let me know in the comments down below what you think of this cycle. Is there any particular cycle that you've observed in your life maybe, or now after listening to this video you understand, or something you've come to a realization of, that, oh damn, I've been in this cycle my whole life, or I've been following this. Right, leave it down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, give it a like. And I post every single week. I post content like this. I post about growing. I post content about learning, things I've learned in my personal experience, and stuff I've done extensive research on that have helped improve my life. And that's what I share. That's what I'm all about. If you like what you saw today, give me a subscribe button, hit that button, and I'll see you next week. Thank you, take care, and stay blessed, everybody.